He had one shot of Henny, nigga. One shot.
I'm not even nowhere near close to lit, so don't give me that. I'm about getting lit, though.
You're BLitz.
I want to be BLitz.
Hey guys, welcome to Sports Blitz. Your boy Rob.
Your boy Zay.
And we're gonna be talking about trending things in sports. First things first, does Kyrie Irving have a lot of pressure going into next season?
Why? I don't get this. I don't get why Kyrie would have pressure going into next season. Why? Because he's gonna be a free agent after the year ends. I mean, possibly. I guess I could see that playing into if he gets hurt again. You know, now he's not gonna get a max contract. He probably won't get a max contract, even though he has the talent and he's done there. He's been there, done that. So I feel like, you know what? I can't say that because Boogie Cousins has been a baller for the NBA. You know, multi-time All-Star, and he still didn't get a max contract. So that's possibly why I guess he could easily. All right, I gotta stop. What the fuck are you doing right now? What the fuck are you saying? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Roll it back.
Yeah, if he gets injured, there's a possibility. It is a big year for him. But I don't see it. I think he's gonna be healthy. He took his time. That's why he had the surgery. In the season to miss the playoffs and everything. So he's gonna be healthy. He's gonna have a monster year, in my opinion. Probably gonna lead the Celtics to the #1 seed in the East. To be quite honest, I don't see how they don't end up. I mean, Philly got a pretty good squad. Toronto, if Kawhi Leonard shows up and balls out like he's supposed to be, they'll be pretty solid. But Kyrie's gonna be fine. Kyrie's gonna be fine. Kyrie will be fine. Here's the thing. It's just speculation going on because people think he'll end up with the Knicks. What do you think about that, Rob? Would that be a good career move for him?
Careers. Would it be a good career move for him? I've always said no, but kind of like we talked about earlier, he does have a big ego. The city of New York hasn't seen a championship in I don't know how many years, if they've ever won a championship. And realistically speaking, he wants to be that dude. The Knicks is still in the East, so he can fit in well. He can team up with other players like Jimmy Butler, who say they want to, they want a ring, they want to team up, they want to put in the work.
Well, Butler didn't say he's gonna go and team up with him. He said
you're right.
He said he would team up. With him.
He's open to the idea, which is fine. But in a market like New York with a new coach, a rising star like Porzingis, I wouldn't mind playing in New York. But for me, leaving up what he has in Boston is just such a good organized team with such a great coach. The only thing is, like we talked about, he's filling in shoes. You got the big three back in the day, and you got all these players, Jason Tatum coming along, Jaylen Brown.
You got
it wasn't just him.
You got Scary Terry right behind him.
Scary Terry, which I love Scary Terry. So if you got all these players coming up, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, he wants to win. He wants to win a championship like LeBron won it. When people, I can't believe people talked about it like, yo, LeBron took it, and then people like, yeah. Kyrie, was there, but it was really LeBron's championship. He went back to Cleveland. He took it. Like, yo, Kyrie was a huge factor in that series. Game-winning shots, one of the clutchest players we have. I mean, he played well in the playoffs. So for people to say it was just a LeBron thing is whack. But that's what he's afraid of. They might say with him in Boston. I feel they might just say, "Hey, man, you did great, Kyrie, but don't forget you had Tatum, you had Brown, Horford, and you were under the Brad Stevens umbrella." So, in my opinion...
And Hayward,
sorry. And in my opinion, he has a lot of pressure going into the next season, only because the team is so good right now. The East is looking real, real weak. And I hope they clinch the #1 seed and make it to the finals. And at that point, I leave it up to chance. Just definitely not going for the Warriors. Now, I will ask you this, Jose. Now that Kawhi's in the East, does that make him the best player in the East?
probably. Here's my thing. You still have Antetokounmpo out there, and I think Antetokounmpo is a better prospect than Kawhi. He could play you as good as defense. Is he at Kawhi's level yet? No, but I think he could get there. He's longer. He's a lankier defender. He's not quite the shooter Kawhi is, but if he develops shooting, if he comes this year out, out of the gate, he's shooting, 38% from 3-pointers. He's the best player in the East. Now that LeBron's on there, by far, he's the best player in the East.
So that's why he's building up to the Kawhi standard.
Well, I feel like he's more.
Here's my next question: do you feel like not seeing Kawhi play last year maybe kind of put this perspective on you? I mean,
What's that? Kawhi didn't play last year.
that's what I'm saying. So do you
No,
feel
but I
like
remember.
maybe not
No,
seeing
because
him play last year? Maybe
you know what I
forgot how
remember.
good
You know
he
what I
was?
no. You know what Kawhi I remember? The Kawhi that shut down LeBron in the motherfucking
In
finals.
the finals, that's the Kawhi.
That's the Kawhi I remember. You know, the cutthroat, show no emotions, you know, like I'm gonna get in your face and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, you ain't gonna drive by me. That's the Kawhi I remember. No, I know Kawhi is a bad boy. He's a bad man, you know? Yeah, you know, I know that for a fact. I seen it with my own eyes, you know, when he was playing our Miami Heat. Unfortunately, you know, the man is a bad man.
Game 7, shout out Real.
But Antetokounmpo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I said this from day one when he got drafted, he was a nobody. Everybody like, yo, I told you that kid's gonna be something. He is an athletic freak. The kid can do stuff that Kawhi Leonard could only dream of. So if that guy gets a shot, if he could shoot it like Kawhi shoots it, he's already a better athlete than Kawhi. He's already a pretty good defender. If he could lock down a few more things, and he's taller than Kawhi too. So like, if that guy gets a shot, consistent shot that he could hit it without, you know, with people on your face and all that type of shit, he is the best player in the East. I was gonna bring up Kyrie, and I feel like, you know, Kyrie is a good player, but here's the thing: Kyrie doesn't play good defense. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't care what people say.
not compared to Kawhi. Man.
He does not play defense. He does not. He's not he doesn't play on both ends of the floors like that. He saves more for the offensive end than he does on the defensive end. So I can't put him up there with a Kawhi Leonard or Antetokounmpo, you know, who take the challenge and be like, you know, I want to cover the best player on their team and I want to shut them down. So here's the thing: Antetokounmpo is not the best defender on his team yet. But if he develops to surpassing you in Middleton and then gets that shot, he's the best player in the East by far, and he could possibly be the best player in the NBA after LeBron, because LeBron will slow down eventually.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not feeling.
if you think Giannis is as good as a defensive player as Kawhi, then I can see what you're talking about as far as prospecting goes. But
Potentially could be as good as Kawhi.
okay,
He's
potentially.
not yet.
So if he's not there yet, wouldn't you say Kawhi wins it this year?
Well, Kawhi was hurt for a whole year, so I got to see Kawhi come back and perform at a high level.
That's why I had asked you that question earlier. Okay, cool. So, how will DeMar DeRozan do next season? Just a brief summary on what you think DeMar's doing next season.
He's going to San Antonio. He's going to do good. Popovich is that guy, you know. He is that dude. You know, he's going to bring out the best of all his players. And, you know, DeRozan is an all-star player. I don't see why he can't drop 25 easy, you know, with the Spurs. He's going to be their go-to scorer. So, you know, that's going to be his role. Is he going to be a Kawhi Leonard? No. People should not expect him to be a Kawhi Leonard. But he is going to drop you 25, and he's going to be, you know, the offensive star that, you know, they need. And they need to have, because they don't have nobody to be that offensive star. Marcus Aldridge is what he is, you know. He's a solid.
He's a good player.
He's a solid second player. He's not a superstar to lead your team.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it with the Trailblazers. He's not doing it in San Antonio. I mean, I'm just stating facts here.
Would you say he was even better in Portland
than what he's been in San Antonio? Nah, I think he is what he is. He's been playing basically equal. He scored a little more in Portland because he got more opportunities in Portland. Right. You know, but like, you know, he's playing a little better defense with San Antonio. That's probably because of Popovich. So no, Aldridge is an all-star. He's a good player. He's a solid player. He's a good NBA player. Is he somebody I will build my team around? No. If he's the best player on that team, no. I feel like DeRozan is still the best player on that team. So he's the second best player on that team, though, and you know he is an all-star. I'm not gonna take away anything from him. You know, he's an NBA player, bona fide stud, but he's not better than DeRozan, and he's not gonna score more than DeRozan.
Cool. A lot of people are talking about this Brian in the offseason. I know Jarvis Landry posted something up. They're kind of trying to recruit him.
Jarvis Landry's wild.
He is wild. Saying he's about scoring 40 points, but let me ask you this, Jose, before this guy gets too riled up. Where will Des Bryant end up next season?
I don't care, man. Des Bryant's washed up, man. Des Bryant ain't shit. I'm over it. I'm salty about Des Bryant. You're gonna spill that. I'm salty about Des Bryant just for the fact that I drafted him 3 fucking years in a row on my fantasy team, and he fucking scrubbed it out all 3 years. You freaking scrub. So yeah, no, man, he's washed up, man. I got no faith for him.
The man has no faith.
Fuck Des Bryant.
Watch him next year how he blows it out.
He
just got like a little text message, like, you know, like Jose did some shit. Get the fucking guy out.
He's gonna have the best year of his career was. I really have no idea who's gonna end up, man. He's been so quiet. He's been released for so long. He got released, I believe, in March. Look how long it's been. I mean, it's insane. You don't see this in the NFL. Usually people jump on them, right away. They were talking about Cleveland may sign him. Do they have room for him? They got Coleman. They got Josh Gordon. They got Landry. That's 3 receivers right there. What's he gonna be, your 4th receiver? Okay, so you're gonna put him ahead of Coleman? Coleman's a young stud that you drafted in the 1st round, so you want him to develop into that player you envision him to be. So no, I don't see why this Bryant will be brought into there. What he's gonna do? I think he's a slot receiver. If he's a slot receiver, I think he could play. He could do some damage in the NFL. He's not an outside receiver anymore, and that's the thing though. He's he has an ego. He's prideful. He wants the ball, and he expects himself to be that that downfield receiver, and he's not. So I mean, I just don't see it. Sticking with the NFL, let's talk about Le'Veon Bell. Should he be the highest paid running back in the league? Should the Steelers, because this is the whole argument here, he wants to be paid as a wide receiver since he catches the ball nearly 50% of the time as well as running the ball. Right. Should he be paid as a wide receiver? Because the disparity between wide receivers and running back is it's pretty wide. It's over like $6 million. Should he be paid as a wide receiver instead of as a running back? Now I know Todd Gurley got paid and he's probably he is set record standards for the running back position. Shouldn't Le'Veon be the highest paid running back though? Isn't he a better player in my opinion?
I think Le'Veon Bell is definitely a better player. And does he have to get paid like a wide receiver? You don't want to have to put a label on wide receiver, but let's pay this man what he's worth, whether it be in the running back position, the wide receiver position. Obviously, the wide receivers get paid more. But if that's the case, cool. Let's pay this man way more than what a running back gets paid for, because he does more than just be a running back. He catches the ball. He runs the ball. He should be the highest paid running back in the league.
Absolutely. But now you pay him as not a running back. Guess what? Now, Alvin Kamara, rookie sensation for the Saints. Kareem Hunt, rookie sensation for the Chiefs. 2 years down the line, I'm in the 3rd year of my in the league. I made 3 Pro Bowls. I'm a stud. I want to get paid like Le'Veon. I don't want to get paid as a running back. It's a slippery slope. That's why the team doesn't want to do it. Does Le'Veon deserve it? I absolutely think he deserves it.
Put up the numbers Le'Veon put up.
It's arguably. Alvin Kamara. I believe Alvin Kamara was like 1st in the league in all-purpose yards. Kareem Hunt was led the league in rushing and touchdowns, I believe. So I mean, they were rookies. So if you say you're talking about put up the numbers, Le'Veon's putting them. They put up numbers.
Okay, so finish your rookie deal. Make sure you're putting up those numbers.
No,
because Le'Veon's been doing it for a while.
Here's the thing. The NFL is not like I don't want to finish my rookie year. I want to get paid on my value. This is my highest value right now. This is my peak value. So I want to get paid when I'm performing at my peak value. You're not gonna perform. You're not gonna pay me for past stats. You're gonna pay me for stats you expect in the future. So if I'm an NFL player and I know a running back's career at the average is 4 years in the league, 4 to 6 years, I want to get paid as soon as possible. So yeah, if I got 3 years in the league already and I'm taking a pounding, where running backs, they take the most hits out of anybody, I want to get paid. And if Le'Veon went and got paid like a wide receiver, y'all gotta pay me like a wide receiver. I'm the best player on this team, so why not? So I understand where the Steelers come from, but still, man, pay the man. The man deserves it. I get the whole dynamic. He deserves to get paid, though.
Can't believe they pretty much let him go.
Well, no. He's franchise. He's going to play. Well, they say he's not going to resign. He probably won't resign. At this point, I think he's just, feelings have been hurt. I don't think there's any coming back from this unless they offer him. Like Isaiah Thomas said, the Brinks truck. You got to back up the Brinks truck. Unless they do that, he's not staying. So I think he's a goner. And let's ride. Come to Miami, boy. We would love to have you here.
Ooh, I'll get a jersey.
That'd be great. Let's move on to the MLB, Rod. The Yankees made a couple moves in the trade deadline. They ended up getting Zach Britton from the Orioles. Left-hander. He was their closer. By the way, half Dominican. He looks pure white, but he's half Dominican. Let's go. I just found that out today. You're the man now, Britton. Even though you play for the Yankees. Fuck the Yankees. So they got Zach Britton and they traded for J-Happ, left-hander from Toronto. Can they catch up to my almighty Boston Red Sox? Is that enough for them to beat us?
Every time I see baseball, I always feel like I know where the outcome of the game is going until it hits the bottom of the 8th, the top of the 9th. and the game changes just like it does in the regular season. I think the Red Sox right now are on fire. They got Mookie Betts is having the season. Every time I check my phone, I pull up my phone, it's a highlight of Mookie Betts. Is Mookie Betts this? How good is Mookie Betts? The guy is killing it right now. And they're having a hot streak with wins. I see it's a lot of work to catch up to the Red Sox, but I don't see it impossible, obviously. Anything's possible, especially with the Yankees squad that they got right now. I do like that it kind of reinitiated the whole rivalry, who's the best team, Boston, New York. So I would love to see some good games from them. Do I see the Yankees catching up? No, but would I be surprised if they did? I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they got a solid squad. I always said, I've been saying it all year. They're gonna be there at the end. They could easily catch up to
Aaron
the
Judge
Red
is
Sox.
hurt.
Aaron Judge did get hurt. He's gonna be out at least 3 weeks now with a fracture on his wrist. That's gonna hurt him a little. But they're deep, man. They got Clint Frazier in the minors. He's gonna be able to step in for Aaron Judge. Is he gonna be Aaron Judge? No, but he's gonna hit for some power. He was a major prospect. One of the guys you got back from that Andrew Miller trade that you did with Cleveland. So the guy, he is a major prospect in his own right. They'll be fine, in my opinion. They got enough depth where they'll be able to recover. And they still got John Carlos hitting bombs over there. Didi Gregorius playing out of his mind. I hate seeing the Yankees being good, man. But yeah, it's going to be fun seeing them catch up to the Red Sox. I think it's possible. The Red Sox will play the tougher schedule in the second half. The Yankees play the tougher schedule in the first half. The Red Sox have about a 4.5 game lead. It's not impossible to come back from it. Is it going to be tough? Sure, but I can see it happening. Now, speaking of trades, the Yankees made a couple trades. The Red Sox traded for Nathan Eovaldi. Manny Machado got traded to the Dodgers. Hialeah boy, let's go, Manny. The trade deadline's coming up. You expect any major moves on the horizon? There was a possibility. There's just rumors out there that people are calling the Nationals about Bryce Harper. Since he's his walkie year, maybe they want to get something in return for him instead of letting him walk for nothing.
Trade him up now?
What do you think about that, Rob? Would you trade him? Now you get a pick if you let him and you sign him to a compensation. You get a first round pick probably in return for him, or a supplemental first round pick in return for him. Is that worth it? Will you try to finish out the year, try to make the playoffs, see if you make a little run, get on a hot streak, try to get make the World Series, or do you trade him now? Get a couple prospects back, maybe something major in return since he's a stud that could potentially help you bridge that gap, because you still got Juan Soto, young player, killing it. You got Trey Turner, shortstop, killing it. You got a couple pieces that you still stay relevant. You got Scherzer, best pitcher in the MLB, in my opinion. Strasburg, you'll have him for another year. Is there still talent there? Will you trade him, or do you just stay with the status quo?
My opinion, maybe I'm just thinking like a fan, because obviously the major league is a business like all other associations and leagues are. Sometimes I'm shocked at some of the decisions these corporations make, but it is what it is. It's a business. So as a fan, I'm going to go with my gut feeling. I'd keep Bryce Harper. I think he's a great player. I think he likes playing in Washington. I'm also trying to give my team a message saying, hey guys, look, I'm serious about winning, competing for a championship, and I want to do it right now. I think we have the pieces right now. Instead of trying to rebuild, we have some pieces right now. We can add, but let's just put in some work. You got Max Scherzer, the best pitcher right now. You got Bryce Harper, top 5 players right now in baseball. Potentially. I mean, if you got 2 of the top 5 per se, as far as obviously in their own categories and whatnot, I say why not? I think he likes playing in Washington. I think if the money's right, he can re-sign. I want to see him stay in Washington. I want him to see him win a ring. I just saw him win the home run derby, but I think he stays, and we're just going with my fan gut feeling.
No, absolutely. I think he should finish out at least, what it is of his Nationals career, and Washington should be, at least he should finish out the year. Hopefully get on a little, hot streak and propel them to the playoffs. They're behind Atlanta and the Phillies right now, but Atlanta's been, playing a little subpar compared to what they were doing earlier in the year. So I can see how they can make a move. you definitely got to keep Bryce Harper. He's been the face of your franchise since you drafted him. You know, I don't think you're going to get a talent that equals what Bryce Harper is. So, you know, just keep him. See if you can make a deep playoff run. Like you said, try to re-sign him. And if he walks, you get your first round pick, and you said, at least we try, guys. You know, so you don't lose you don't lose no face with your fans. So, like, you know, and you know you tried. But yeah, I don't see how you could trade up Bryce Harper. He's too valuable to that franchise. He's been the face of that franchise for too long. You got to keep him and see if you guys can go on a little, you know, hot streak and go on a run.
Next podcast is coming up soon this week. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment. Give us your honest opinion, what you guys think we should improve on, how we can get better, what you like from us, what you didn't like. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Blitz. Your boy Rob. Take care.